Hello, and welcome to Crusader Kings 2, the Game of Thrones and Darkdell. We are House Vyrwel, and right now we are fighting for a family's right to rule over the Reach. I don't have any plots. Maybe I should choose something. Yeah, I'm gonna seek treatment after the war. My lord, an enemy host approaches, intent on cycling the castle. What shall we do? Just stay strong, okay? Oh, okay. My father deserves a proper burial. Yeah, just the members of House Vyrwel, that is enough. Lord Vyrwel has taken his last breath at age 42. He died of gonorrhea. One of the greatest warriors of our time, Vyrwel's ability and the command of swordsmanship were famed throughout the realm. Now he has passed. We may never see his like again. Lord Brian. Being a talented military tactician, we expect him to lead us to many victories on the field of battle. Long live Lord Bryn. Okay. Now we are gonna take down every single one of you. My lord, news from Highgarden. Trial by combat, okay. You know, don't inform me of that anymore. Spend lavishly on food. We must after all show our prestige to the people. My wife is pregnant. Oh, happy days. Let's hope it's a son. So, Sanara is very rude to people in your court. I'm wroth. I can't tolerate this behavior. Let's see what's gonna happen. She did become rude. Oh, I have become rude as well. Well, things just got a little bit better. I'm gonna focus on war once again. Ambition, we want to win this one. It is essential. After all the guests have arrived in Darkdell, it is now time to start the feast and celebrate the life of Lord Vyrwel. Let the feasting commence. We don't have a commander on this side. Well, that was easy. Summer is nearly at an end, and so autumn and the harshest is upon us. The feasting shall celebrate the time with food throughout Mandervale, including boar, goose in barrel, salmon and lobster, brought to Darkdell. As part of this, you must decide how much of the harvest is set aside for winter. Okay, a large portion will be enough. A minor merchant from Darkdell is present at the feast and has taken the opportunity to bring a petition before you. He says that Sir Unwin Ambrose owes him a debt as his gold unpaid, while Sir Unwin himself claims that the eldest is no longer valid and urges you to declare the debt cancelled. Okay, what am I? I'm arbitrary. That's 1 point for the other one, I'm afraid. Humble, sure. Greedy. Well, I guess I would understand him. Wroth. And lustful. Also a knight. That's it. I agree with Sir Unwin. This death is not owned. The feasting has begun, and the endless courses are ordered here, impressing the guest. The pinnacle of these is an enormous pie, surrounded with smaller pies forming a crown. The crust of the large pies are silvered all around and gilt at the top. Each pie contains a whole raw deer, a gosling, 3 captains, 6 chickens, 10 pigeons, 1 young rabbit, no doubt to serve the seasoning or suffering and the minced lamb, of veal, 2 pounds of fat, and 26 hard-boiled eggs, covering with saffron and flavored with cloves. Begin, my lords. The funeral. As the Silent Sisters finish preparation of the deceased, the body of Lord Vyrwel is brought to the local sept and laid atop the altar at its center. Canoptic jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the dead stone upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by the kin along the crown-lined street to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, a great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of his life and deeds of the lost. It's strange that he was blonde and I'm not, considering that my mother was blonde as well. Right, I have a sister here. I was gonna marry her off, but apparently that's... You know, we can still do that. There. Not a stronger lance or anything, but whatever. Let's kill those guys. My uncle Lord Victor has asked me to spend some quality family time in Lingoon Keep. I am sure the idea is for me to become better friends with Lord Alignment of Bittlebridge. Sounds nice. And my grandmother died, giving me the lordship of Old Town. Cool. More armies are always nice. Chief General, you do. Lord Treasurer. Well, this guy doesn't like me much. My Spy Master, it's gonna be you. Short reign, arbitrary, and he's also chaste. We're both through, so we should like each other a little bit more then. We need a doctor. Let's send for a maester at the Citadel. Don't even know why we had those guys hired. A key holder, Diane Bank of Bravos, has arrived in Darkdell. He is seeking repayment for the debts of my grandmother, Lady Lenise Hightower. I don't want to anger the Iron Bank. I am greedy and arbitrary, you know. I could say I owe them nothing. You know, I do have the gold right here. Oh no, I need 9 more. Fine, let's pay half. By the way, half of 140 is not 90. And we have our new maester. Oh my, we've almost won this. And we've got this. Victory is ours. Let's enforce our peace. Yes, you must abdicate to my wife, as agreed. I have won the war. Next ambition. I do want to have a son. So this is our guy now. He's nothing special. We have a large estate built. Yeah, I shall be merciful. What do you want? The seat on the council and offer you the title of High Admiral. Very well. Really? We owe you gold as well? What has my mother been doing? Well, I am greedy, and you're not the Iron Bank, so no. I have taken a loan. No, I haven't. In fact, I have given a loan. Threatened vassal. I'm wroth. He is forgiven. Still loves me. I mean, he still loves his wife. He wants to fall in love. He's still my brother. My uncle, apparently. I forgot. For 49 gold. 46 gold, sorry. Okay, what can I do now? Go to court out of hiding, not bad. Go on a foreign tour. Where do you wish to go on your tour? We can go to Giscar, the Free Cities, the Jade Sea, the fertile lands of the Summer Sea, the wonders made by men. For 100 gold. I mean, let's do it. And off we go to explore the world. I shall return a better man. Anyway, let's take a look then. What do we have? Come on. Please support me by voting in the council. I don't want that. Pirates is the shout you hear all around the deck as a vessel bringing a flag of pirates is spotted on the horizon, sailing towards your ship. It approaches and crashes in your side of the ship. Its crew is pirate jumping on board. You must prepare to fight. Fine, let's kill them all. You managed to repel the attacking pirates with great ease. They did not expect you to be so well defended and must have thought you to be some petty trade ship. Fools. I forgot to assign my regent before going out. And I have a new heir, and my son is born. Pickwood. Imri, Quentin, Lymond, Mauren, Garmund, Brunston, Victor, Rickard, Marin. Let's go on Marin. Marin Githriel. And he shall learn to struggle, as always. New ambition is required. Gain an honorary title. Mine as well. I actually need to build my war chest, but that will happen later. Lady Magyar the Elegant has deserved the title High Lordship. Oh my, the Botans are growing. Right. So right now just me and the Botans are doing some gains. Your Septon, Garrod of the Sender Hall, has been discovered charging money for various religious favors. Intolerable. Of course I want my money from my wife. Great, now exile him. I cannot. We need a new septon. King Brian, unfortunately, me and my consuls have decided we simply cannot afford to pay any coin in your house at this time, but rest assured you shall receive what is owed due course. Shall I be merciful? Very well. Okay. Oh wow, stewardship 0. This is my region, however. His stewardship is 4. Not much better. After many days at sea, you have finally arrived at Old Town. Many days in my... Anyway, just go here. King Brian Gisrael has arrived at my port. Of course he has. Whilst you were spotted in Old Town, some fighters approach you, and their leader asks that he could join you on your travels. They noticed that you were not from this land. I mean, I can make that my capital. Anyway, whilst you were stopping in Old Town, some fighters approached you, and their leader asked if they could join you in your travels. They noticed that you were not of this land and thought that you would be their best chance to explore the world. You're not that great, are you? Fine. Old Town. You stop scribing in your scrolls. When the cat calls out, "Aye!" you look up to see him pointing out into the distance, where a grand flame lights the night. Dawn rises as you finally see the full facade of the structure, the flame just pinnacle of the monument. From the out of the mouth of the river that divides Old Town, a massive base arises. Intricately constructed of black stone, the base gives way to a second tier, slimmer by near half the base, which comprises the bulk of the structure. This tier gradually melts into the tall, thin obelisk, giving the structure its immense height, and is toppled with burning bazaar. You hastily scratch it into your scroll and make your way to the ferry. That looks nice. It's time for you to leave your current location and move on to your next destination. Time is short, and there is oh so much to see in this world. Onwards to Castle Black. Castle Black. So where did we actually start this? I mean, we should have started from Old Town, right? After many days at sea, you finally arrive at Castle Black. You're very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands to the Northmen's culture. Lord Commander Bernmer Thorn shall be informed of your arrival. You wake in the cart, Jostal, hitting the port on the northern road, and you wipe the sleep from your eyes. You see sunlight dancing on the icy edifice, filling the horizon with shimmering light. You scribble your charcoal and scroll, compelling a rough sketch of the wall as your cart reaches its base. Thanks, you call out the driver to your dispark. Barely a note in the base. In return, you enter Castle Black and convince Lord Commander Brynmar Thorn to escort you to the top. The lift creaks and shifts as you are pulled at the 700 feet up and stop with one last violent shift. You step out on to the frozen walk of the slide of the purse with a wide in all direction. A frigid wind pours in and you pull your furs tight. Fascinating. It's time for you to leave your current location and move on to Bravos. Lord Hober of Honeyboat has informed an alliance with Lord Tommen of Three Towers. So, Raspberry and the Castine. This is interesting. This guy's a lunatic. And has gonorrhea. Corn. After many days at sea, you have finally arrived in Bravos. On your ship. I mean, I've missed on 3 times now while reading that, so let's hope I don't do that again. Sea Lord Brian Antion shall be informed of your arrival. The local nobles are having a feast and have invited me to join them. It may be a good opportunity for me to engage in some foreign diplomacy and to learn more about the ways of the world. I will try my hand at some of their foreign diplomacy. Everything is going very well. You have quickly learned about the local Bravosi customs and etiquette and managed to navigate your way through the conversation about the mundane and political sensitive with great ease. Bravos. A great blast spreads throughout the cabin of the ship, causing you to leap from your slumber. You race out on the deck and see the sun just beginning to rise in the east. Not long after, a glint flickers on the horizon and soon betrays a broken blade. Reaching into the heavens, the rest of the Titan's figure reveals itself, an outstretched arm linked with the tall bored torso. Clad in bronze, its left hand digs into the monument's side. Nearby, the legs of the Colossus straddle on the waterway, dug from the mountain on either side. As your ship approaches, the Titan releases another roar, as if to declare its protection of the harbor you are entering. As the ship kisses the dock, you ward the festering torch of your sketch. The finishing. Okay. It's time for you to leave your current location and move out toward Valantis. Old Valantis. Leech, my work in Barrow home seems to have come to fruition. That's here. You know, I don't need that. In fact, let's ask you to make people like me more. Okay, good. And now we're waiting. A raven has arrived from His Holiness the High Septon. He demands that we release Septon Geralt from our prison and submit the will of the gods. Okay, what should I do? Well, I'm not home right now, so actually let's take a look what my regent would do. He's a lunatic, he has gonorrhea, patient, he is zealous, so yeah. After many days at sea, you have finally arrived at Old Valantis. You're very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands of the Issosi Valerian culture. Trike Cabo III, Magir, shall be informed of your arrival. Old Valantis. You cover the ounce, escaping your mouth as the sun lights at the end of your overlord's journey. The cartman urges the pullers onwards into Volantis proper. He courses the locals who choke the city streets as they go about their routine. After many threats and curses, you finally reach the western end of the long bridge. The carman shouts as you stand up in the cart to see better. As you fail to see the cross, you heed the warning and take your seat. He drives onto the bridge, past Stamphorns. He has two of the heads of thieves and incane pillars. You do your best to copy it all in your papers as you cross, finally under the east arc. He urges the best onto the blessed stone road. Its blocks fused into one. What an interesting place. Really? That was it? Valerian gods. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, all of them are Valerian god. It is time for you to leave your current location and move on to your next destination. Onward to the Sorrows. Wow. That is a long journey. What the hell? Okay, throughout Stiger war games and large-scale extensions, I feel confident I can master one of the main military disciplines. Well, none of them are that amazing. Recognizing virtues and talents that others possess is surely a virtue. I am truly blessed by having a spy master who is brilliant in rooting out plots. Okay. I shall reward him. So this is New Volantis, Gisar, Karth, E.T. Lord Volantis. Anyway. Skoro. This guy is a strong Dothraki, he has 12,000 men. That's it. I mean, okay. Oh, potential allies. Plus a horde. Okay. After many days on your ship, you have finally arrived at the ruins of the Sorrows. You're very excited and intrigued at what may be presented here. It is time to enter the ruins. The Sorrows. The car returns to an arrow straight road as the driver's new customer settled in beside you. You nod at the elderly woman, then close your eyes as the car is pulled along the smooth road. Nary a bump on you upsets your rest. Near sleep, you hear the woman muttering, a hint of distress on her tongue. You stare to see her eyes locked on the dark fog in the distance. What is it, you ask? The Sorrows, the driver says. You note grand stone towering, barely breaking from the fog, and attempt to urge the driver towards it, but the woman takes his arm and shakes her hand. She is right. The place is cursed, filled with stone men, grayscale. I will not go. You agree and sketch the fog-cloaked ruins in your notes. So, the Sorrows. Oh, okay. You know, I'm very strangely incompetent when it comes to geography of Westeros and other fantasy lands. But I should have known it's there. I mean, I would have actually assumed it's somewhere here. Let's go to Norvos. Finally, a place I know. Sorta. I am sure I know it. Okay, let's take a look. Lord Bian of the New Order shall be informed of your arrival. Okay? King Brian, I have decided to give you the honor of awarding you title Master of the Hunt. Oh! My ambition is fulfilled. While lost in Norvos, I met a lovely woman called Viriana, a courtier of Lord Brian. I'm sorry. I am Brian, he is Brian. He's called the Just. We both got along very well, only over a night of drinking, and there is a clear mutual attraction in the air. Do I dare pursue her and ask her to return home with me? Let's take a look. She's 20, she is attractive, she has been a bearded priest. Okay. She's lustful, craven. Well, yes. I myself am lustful as well, so might as well, right? Oh yeah, we're gonna have some pretty beautiful children together. How old is my wife? 39. She's old. Well, definitely older than me. Let's continue. Norvos. The cart rocks, it leaves the smooth back stone of the enters Norvos. Bugger me with a spear. The carman shouts at the wheels, big into the muddy pad and stick. You hop off and continue on into the city, leaving him to curse at every god on the east. As you walk through the lower city, copying images and details into your notes, 3 bells begin to toll. You stand drawn in their melody, soon realizing that they each have their own distinct tune. As you listen to their ring, you start to hear them speak. When they finally stop their chat, you feel lessened, empty, and so race for the upper city to find them. As you reach the stairs, a guard checks your family, nearly sending you to the ground. Oh, how marvelous. A great melee in the northern tradition. Okay, we can do that once we return. So what do I want now? Mediate? No. Build a war chest. Yeah, that sounds like something I would like to do. Now, I myself am a king. I myself am a high lord. So, let's see, we need to have 500 gold. Onwards to Vakeloho. It's time for you to leave your current destination. I totally forgot to see where Norvos is, but honestly I think it's somewhere here. Dairosh. Anyway. You have an enormous flagship added to your treasury. That's cool. Oh, so I was at the wall not too long ago and now it's been attacked. Crispian of the Westerosi Valerian Liberation Revolt was declared the liberation of Dragonstone on King Tyas the Rash. Well, he is a fat tyrant, so maybe. There is Norvos. After many days at sea, on your ship you have finally arrived at Vakeloho. You are very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands and the Dothraki culture. Ooh. You pass along the walkway and happen upon a slave master beating one of the slaves for some minor errand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will not give him some gold, for I am greedy and wrath and arbitrary. I care not for these people. Sir Dunel, Harnwood, Sir Hallen Hornwood sided each other and engaged in combat, and one of them fought bravely, I guess. Vyrwel. As the caverns make their way to the great grass sea, you see several large stone pillars in the distance. I didn't know that the truck bowed anything, you declare as you point in their direction. Course the bastards don't. That's the Satani ruins. You shout from the wagon to stop and take the horse to see the ruins, right up to Gain Pound. It's watery, murky green and surrounded by the only trees you've seen in the plains. You notice chiseled stone lining the waters and realize it is not natural. Then you make your way to the pillars and first draw you. You find hundreds of them, evenly spread to your eyes. You start to form a picture in your mind of what once stood pull out of your scroll. Fascinating. You know, I still haven't fought anyone. That's because I'm not there. Onwards to count. What happened to you? Night under suspicious circumstances. Grave news. Maester Tierson have been tending to wounds of the men on your command. Is reported to have cracked under the stress and of the stream of grotesque injuries. The men are now unnerved because of this. Unfortunate, I guess. My lord, your daughter, well, he failed my men, but he succeeded with my daughter, so I guess I'm gonna keep him. I need to get married again. Hey, look at that, my lover is pregnant. Please support me, voting in the council. Very well. So, my son is gonna inherit the land. I should get married. Yeah, maybe I should. After many days at sea, on your ship. Yes, I know. Let's move out. We need to arrest you. What have you done? Doesn't say. Cart. Red waste indeed. Damnable stand to coast and wrath. It's irritating. You shout at your guide. She just stares ahead and continues onwards. She leads you fair distance more. Then you come to the fortified walls of Karth, divided into 3 tiers. The nearest and shortest is red, the second, peaking a bit above the first, is grey, the rear tallest. Then the rest is deep black. As you pass the copper gate, you see innumerable depictions of strange beasts, as well as wolves that plagued your journey. As you approach the iron gate, the middle wall, you see scenes of battle and death. Lastly, the inner wall is covered in sin and scents of love and sex. As you enter the gold gate, you inscribe them into your notes. Should I do that? I mean, these guys look kind of weird, so I don't want that. A little bit too pale for me. Fascinating. I also do have a lover. So let me get this straight. I went on a journey, left my wife to rule the Reach, and took one of my lovers and gained another lover while I was away. This guy is living a very fascinating life, isn't he? It's time for you to leave your current location. Let's go to Gis. And my wife died while I was away. After many days at sea on your ship, you have finally arrived at the ruins of Gis. You're very excited and intrigued of what may be presented here. Time to enter the ruins. Your ship meets the dock on the Gistkari mainland. Are you sure this is the site? You ask the captain, who nods at you and points off into the distance. With a sigh, you make your way inland. After a time, you come to a field littered with great many red marbles and sandstone blocks. You approach the nearest sandstone and scratch your arms wide against it, finding it wider and by half. You make a rough estimate of the number of sides of the blocks, copying the information into your scroll. Then your mind wanders back at your picture. The ancient pyramids, 33 levels of yellow stone, climbing over the 800 feet into the sky. As you come back, you look around at the vast barren plains surrounding you. It is fascinating. Okay, that's Astapor. It's time for you to leave the current location and return home. As much as you would like to keep up the tour, you have responsibilities back home you must attend to. Also, my wife just died and I received a message. Let's go home. Wow, that's a lot of rebels. You inherited the city. What happened to you? Died of depression. You did have a daughter. She's a bit sickly. And is 0 years old. It's time for you to leave your current location and return home as much as you... Yeah, I was reading that. Before I started sailing home. Let's stand those ships down. Interesting. So apparently I don't have any boats of my own. History is a subject that has always fascinated you, and I shall become the master of strategy. After visiting many exotic places and meeting many interesting people, you have finally returned home. Your turn comes to an end. What an amazing journey. What does that do? And there ends the regency. Fine. Now I have 2 lovers. Which one of them should I marry? Let's marry you. She's exotic. That's gonna cost me some prestige. Who is this girl? The lady of this realm. Let's see if she's gonna cancel that marriage. Ah, he has improved relations. Finally, something good came out of this. So let's imprison the Septim. Could revoke his title? No. Let's ransom him. If you have the money, you are free to go. You are trying to replace my spy master. How good is he? 15. He's better than you. Just end the plot, please. Yes, I shall be merciful. Tales of your misdeeds are told from Arbor to Ashai. I accept paying for the ransom of the safe return of Septon Geralt. Okay, I need to replace this guy as a regent. So, the Florin didn't keep the throne quite a long time, so might as well try to do that for them. Right, I have two lovers. Which one should I take? By the way, what bloodlines do you have? None? Wow. This one's attractive, but this one is pregnant. And chaste. So I guess this one? We have more similar interests with each other. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I accept your guardsmanship. Cool. Okay, forget that. Let's see. How was I supposed to want... Ah, we can host a wedding for 40 gold. Let's do that. I have given the orders to grand ceremony and feast to be hosted in Darkdell in honor of Lord Virwel and Verana's wedding. Let the preparations begin, and all my vassals will be there. I'm gonna be your commander. Hello. Ah, that's cool. I can rename you and change into that character. This is absolutely magnificent. Sworn shields. Well, you can be a decent bodyguard. Let the guests suffer. Your treasurer, Master Athor, has given news. Part of the castle where the guests would be staying would have been repaired, or else he couldn't guarantee the guests' safety. It would be readily cost, but Master Arthur assures me that the repairs will be worth the cost. Just repair it, okay? I'm gonna spend enough to make it nice. I am greedy after all. Most of your preparations for the weddings have been made. Now I only have to send the raven. Do it. He will not be able to attain. Okay. The traveling dancers first dance for us, and while dancing to a fast and glad tune which made me want to dance, inviting everyone to join them. I danced until I panted and my face was red. Then I had to sit down and rest for a while, watching the dancers and the courtiers having more fun than in a long time. Let's hire them for my fist. The feast is winding down, and now only the bedding remains. Rickard and Marin are stripped of... Wait, who? Okay. And I had a daughter. Yeah, just acknowledge her as mine. Lord Virwel's wedding is over. It's time to begin the long journey home. After the music, the entertainment, and the warmth of the real world suddenly feels cold and hostile. So I paid for this guy's wedding? What the hell, game? The wedding day is upon us. Soon I'll be wed to Lady Verana, in the sight of all the lords of Vandervale. It shall be a glorious ceremony. My wife is already pregnant. Even before the wedding ceremony, I guess. Here I stand before the gods to take up a holy vow of marriage with Verana. The great lords and ladies of Vandervale look on as I tape the arms of Lord Virwel around the bride to finally seal our marriage. And now for the feast. This episode was amazing. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, I shall be merciful, just pay for yourself, okay? I have a wedding to attend to. So many strange things were happening here. Okay, offense or defense, that is the question. Unyielding, morale, defense, defense, oh yeah, unyielding is definitely what I want. Aggressive leader is also something amazing. Let's go with aggressive leader. After all, I am Wroth. The feast is dwindling down, and now only the bedding remains. Brian Verana and Verana are stripped of all garments by the travelers who make many bounty jokes along the way. They are then finally bundled into their bedchambers, where they are finally left alone. A fine tradition, I must say. Wow, that was an amazing episode actually. I mean, it wasn't boring, it was kind of boring because we didn't have any wars, but otherwise we started here, went to the wall, crossed up the other way, went to Bravos, then to Tyrosh, find a wife, continued our journey, returned home, our wife was dead, and so we married one of our new lovers. The morning after the wedding feast has come, and all the lords and ladies are finally making their way home. All agree it was a fine celebration, and many predict that the newly wed shall be most content. I had a great fun, and so did everyone else. By the way, what talents does she have? Well, she's pregnant. I was hoping for a little bit more than that. Anyway, so this is where I'm gonna end the episode, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.